welcome to the coffee morning. Hope you're all okay. Sorry that I did put the time back a little bit on the coffee morning this morning. Reason being, if any of you have got children or little uns, you'll probably realise how precious sleep is, okay? So Casper still doesn't sleep through the night. We still have like issues with him and everything. But last night he was up quite a lot and I had the opportunity to just get some sleep this morning, and so that's exactly what I did. I was like, I'm just gonna have to put it back by half an hour and just catch up a little bit on the sleep. So I do apologize for putting it back half an hour. I know that it does like ruin your plans and everything probably by half an hour, but I'm just so sorry. It just had to be done. I'm hoping that I'm going to break out of this cycle with Fumps and that he's going to sleep through soon. We don't really know what it is. It could potentially be we have good nights, we have bad nights, but I just think that at the moment it is generally because until we upgrade the house, which we're hoping to do this year, we still have him in with us at the moment, which is not ideal, but at the end of the day you make the best of what you've got, and we're in a 2-bed, so we're hoping to move to a 3-bed this year, but until then Casper is in with us, and I think personally that Tim snores, so I think that's the problem anyway. So don't worry about sending all the advice in of what it could potentially be, because I think I've cracked it anyway. It's just we do have good nights and we have bad nights. We have better nights when Tim's away, so I think it is snoring, but don't tell Tim. I don't think he's watching anyway, so I don't think he knows. Anyway, good morning to you all, and a big happy new year. How are you all doing? Are you got any New Year's resolutions? What are you all up to? I've got a few things that I'm doing resolution wise. I'm going to tell you about those in a bit. It's nothing extremely exciting, but I'm going to touch upon it anyway. Right, we've got 135 people watching, which is amazing. So we have, from what I can see, 21 thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up to start the coffee morning on this wintry morning. It's really horrible, the weather. I'm sat right in front of the window so I can see everything that's going on, and it's just the bleakest day ever. I really like cold days where it's like clear blue skies and sunny, but I don't like days like this where it's just dull. There's bits of drizzle in the air. It's really grey and like it's windy as well. I just don't like that kind of weather. Like if you're going to have like a thunderstorm and it's going to be heavy full on rain, go for it. But drizzle just sucks. So I'm not happy with that. The weather is really bad. So anyway, let's do some shout outs and see who we've got. Right. We've got in the chat, if you want to shout out, say hi now, okay? So we've got Becky Whitehall, Rosie Lee, we've got Barry Coppock, Leanne Spampamato, Anna Tidmarch, Amanda Beach, Dan Aylen, Carly Thomas, Duncan Masterman, the Foxy Bee, we've got Sophie Robinson. Thank you all to the mods as well for giving up your mornings. It's much appreciated. I can't believe my battery is going to die. I need an extension lead. Where can I get one from? We've got one under it? I don't know. Claire B has been a channel member for 7 months. So thank you so much, Claire B. I really appreciate your support. We've got Sarah Lane Pillmore, Vicky Mackinder, Hannah, Bill is here as well, La Curtis, Joanne J, Brian, John Clark, Jester, DJC, Lady Genevieve is here as well. Paul Hanson, Julie Pringle, Eating Healthy, Julie JNS3, Julie C, Elizabeth Copland, Michelle Butterworth has been a member for 3 months. Hi Gabby and everyone. Hi to you. Amazing. 3 months. Thank you so much, Michelle. We've got Jules B as well, who's been a channel member for 7 months as a super louder. Obviously they're both super louders. Amazing. Thank you so much. We've got Barney's Army, who says hi Gabby, hi to you, thanks for joining. Mickey Arnold, Jason Mabott, and we've got Nikki Piper as well, who's a mod. Blue Fox 1884 is here. Good morning to you as well. May I just say, and we've got Automans as well in the chat, and says hi Gabby, hi to you too. In fact, Sarah, you come up. Sarah, we've still got your bag here because you got Fum's little birthday present. So I just wondered if you recognised the bag in the background, actually. Lee Davis, Betsy, they just keep coming this morning. Jeffrey Morris as well. Andrew Lane, Robert Blake, Jules B, Anna, I can never pronounce your surname. Is it Anna Pry? I think it's Pry, isn't it? Gareth Rose, Sharon Yardley. Have we covered everyone? If I haven't got everyone, I do apologise. Big good morning to you all. I appreciate everyone's support. I do try to cover as many people as I can see. I think we all know I need some specs. I do have some specs, actually. I was prescribed some specs from Boots, like the opticians, a long time ago for driving at night. And do you know what? I wear them and I can't really tell the difference through them, to be honest with you. I just think, God, these lenses, I swear they've just sold me these for the bants, because when I look through the glasses, they're just annoying, because it feels to me as the same as when they're on or when they're off, and the frame just gets in my way more than anything, so I just don't bother with them. They just get in the way. James, thank you so much for gifting a membership. Appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. And Barry, thank you so much for your super chat for a Fum's birthday present. Thank you, Barry. I was just going to talk about Fum's birthday in a minute as well. I was just getting through you all in the chat and that, and then I was going to touch upon a couple of bits. Big congratulations to our winners from last night's quiz. So that was Scottish S15, who's in the chat right now, and we've got Kadra Fireblade as well. And you know, both of you I've never seen actually on the lives before, so it was pretty amazing that you won the quiz. The prizes are really, really naff, as we know, but it's all about the taking part. So I'm going to get your certificates off to you today. That is one of my priorities. So thank you guys for doing that. I have received your Instagram messages. I saw them early hours this morning when I was sorting Fumps out. I thought, let's just check Instagram, look for the messages. But the problem is I can't respond because I risk waking you all up. So I don't respond back. I just make sure that I read them, because, well, you know what it's like. A good sleep and then your phone pings. Nothing more frustrating, is there? So obviously, why, out of respect, I didn't message back. But thank you. I did get your addresses and I will get them sent out to you. Jeff Morris, thank you so much for your super third. It's a coffee cup. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's really, really kind. Thank you. Yeah, so congratulations to our quiz winners. So for all of you that don't know, last night we did the first of 4 quiz nights. So I'm doing a quiz night every January. Yeah, I could do it every January if it's in demand. But every week in January. So all in all, that should be 4. Right, so 4 quiz nights, and we did the first one of the 4 last night, and each week it's going to be a different theme. Last night, God, I'm just the worst host ever. Last night we did general knowledge, because I just thought it was a really good one to start with, because it's a little bit of everything. So it's pretty much like covering everybody's desire as far as a quiz goes, I think. To be honest with you, I prefer movies or music, but you know, it's not about me. I'm just the host. So I'm a bad host at that as far as Quizmasters are concerned. But at the end of the day, I did the best I could do with the situation, and we got through it and it was all right. Oh, Sarah, thank you so much for that. Fumps could have had his present early if you wanted to give it to him. Oh, well, Sarah, thank you. Appreciate that. But I just wanted, I thought, you know, I've got it. I'm just going to hang on for the day, really. You can open them all together. Sarah, thank you so much. And Lynn Davis just sent in a super, I think it's kind of a sticker as well. Thank you, Lynn, for that. I really appreciate it. The support does mean a lot. So yeah, the quiz nights are starting. Thanks, Bill. Yeah, happy birthday to Casper. Exciting time in his life when he can start to enjoy gifts and travels. Are you having a little party? Well, like I said, Bill, I'm going to talk about Fumps' birthday in a minute, and I'll tell you what we've got planned. So thank you, Bill. I really appreciate your support. And James, thank you so much. Amanda says, Gabby, you did well last night. Oh, thank you. Well, I tried. But yeah, it was a really nice excuse. Do you know what it felt like? Last night doing the quiz, because I could have a cheeky little wine, it felt to me like I'd gone down the pub with my mates. It was really, really nice because I got to chat to you guys. So I was like on cloud nine. I was just having a good old giggle all the way through it. And that's what it's about. It's not about perfection or anything like that. It's just about having a bit of a laugh, isn't it? So, yeah, if you do want to... It's snowing! Could be hail. There's just... Tim, it's snowing! Could be hail. I think it's snow though. It's hard snow. Could be hard hail. I don't know, but it's white. So anyway, it's cold enough for whatever that is. It's nice sitting by the window. I get to see everything that's going on in the world as well. Buses and everything. So yeah, I'm going to be doing one a week. So if you want to participate in the quiz, do so. So obviously last night I did it on a Sunday evening. I won't be doing it next Sunday because I do actually have a late afternoon gig next Sunday, so it just won't work because I won't be here. So I will probably do it on the Saturday instead, unless a gig comes in, because I don't have a gig on the Saturday at the moment. It's January, so the gigs are like a little bit sporadic, to be honest with you. This is the quiet time, usually February and January. So no gigs have come in for Saturday at the moment, and I haven't pushed for one either. It's literally, if one comes in, it comes in. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, when I'm just making the most of the time that I've got with Tim and Casper and Holly, although Holly spends most of the time with her boyfriend at the moment. But yeah, I'm just kind of enjoying the time really. But yeah, so hopefully we'll be aiming for Saturday night instead of Sunday. Is it a little bit hazy? Because it's looking hazy on my screen. Rosie Lee has been a channel member for 1 month. It's been snowing here this morning in Suffolk. Oh, well, I think that the snow is coming over because this does look like snow to me. Oh my God, crazy, crazy, crazy. Hannah G says, I'll cancel my plans on Saturday for you, Gabs. Oh, Hannah, thank you. No, please don't cancel any of your plans. It's just if you guys are free. I'd feel terrible if you cancelled your plans for me, honestly. James Robinson has given another membership. James, wow. Wow, James. Thank you so, so much. But what I will touch upon, though, just quickly, is I got a couple of emails after the quiz last night, and not just from the winners with their addresses, which massive congratulations again, but from a couple of concerned people, and quite rightly so, I suppose, because I think I was oblivious to some of the things going on in the chat a little bit, because I'm obviously trying to sort of host the quiz and then touch upon some of the comments, so there was a couple of things that I did miss. And I did hear from people there was a little bit of bullying going on, and like we don't really get that on a coffee morning at all, but obviously the quizzes are a new thing, so it's probably opened up a little bit more of an audience. And I do notice that we had like 300 people with us yesterday, whereas coffee morning, like at the moment, we've got 186. So I think it just opened up another door, which is great. You know, we're wanting to open up doors and bring people in, and we want people to enjoy the quiz. But I think there were some people that were being a little bit mean to other people. So I know I don't really need to tell you guys, but I just thought I'd just make this point of like touching upon it because it's the right thing to do. But obviously the lives and my channel is all about like mental health awareness and stuff like that. Obviously I support it massively because I suffer with my mental health, and I've been on like that side of things, and we've got to try to refrain from being cruel to people and saying nasty jabs, because it's a tough enough world as it is out there with people that suffer with health anyway, without added people coming on and just being cruel, and people that come into like the chat. I want them to come in and feel part of a community. I want us to feel like we can build like friends and stuff like that, and it's a place for people to go to escape like the real world and just let their hair down and have a chat and have a little bit of fun. So I was really sad to read these emails yesterday saying that there'd been a little bit of bullying going on towards I think it was like one person in particular. I couldn't look back through the chat properly yet because I just haven't had a moment to do it, but so I don't know what it's in regards to, but I just wanted to let it out there that obviously we're all about being positive, so if we can just keep this kind, it'd be great. And obviously I've got a really good mod squad, but the quiz was kind of like last minute, so I can understand if there wasn't as many mods on, sort of keeping an eye on it, which is understandable. But it has to be positive. The channel has to be positive, because that's what it's about. But most of you that want the coffee morning know that anyway, but I'm just making that point as you know, it's my responsibility to put it out there. So yeah, if we can keep it as nice and as light as possible. We can have bants, of course, but there is a fine line between bants and bullying, and that's the thing. And one of the difficult things is with bants and bullying is that when you're typing, people don't know how it's come across, because when you speak to someone in person, you can read body language and the tone of their voice. But obviously when people are typing, you just don't know. It can come across quite flat. So someone that may appear to be bullying could be having banter, but when people are having banter, just be well aware of how it might possibly be coming across, because I think it could really upset someone for the rest of the night. And I would hate to think that someone has come onto the channel for some entertainment and been made to feel this big and has sat there upset for the rest of the night in their home because they went on to my channel. So yeah, we've all just got to keep a little bit of an eye on it, of course, and that's just the way social media goes at the moment. So it's just something everybody's got to be aware of, and that goes for like people. I know that I'd also heard recently as well that certain people had befriended certain people on Facebook. Obviously I'm not giving names away and stuff like that, and these people like not on my channel, on other people's channels, but these people have not been who you think they are as well, and that's something you've got to be really, really aware of. I mean, like I say, most people that are on here are genuine, but you don't really know who you're talking to behind like the icons. You can think you know someone, but you might not know someone. So when it comes to like befriending people like outside of YouTube and connecting on other social sites and stuff like that, just have your wits about you a little bit, because it's come to my attention that there have been people that have befriended people on Facebook that are not who they think they are. So just be really, really mindful of it, and that's really important that I put that out there for the new year ahead, because social media and YouTube and everything, it's a great social platform, it's amazing, but it can lead to all sorts of little things. So it's just all about creating that awareness as well. So I feel like I've just touched upon, it's my responsibility to you guys as my louders to keep you guys safe. So I just thought it was really important to put that out there. Lee Davis says, Gabs, we have bants. Lee, don't we always have a bit of bants, me and you? Ben says, we don't know how people are feeling at the end of the day, just to be considerate to people. Exactly, Ben. You don't know. And don't get me wrong, you can get someone who's a little bit oversensitive at times, can't you? And you could like have a bit of a joke, like say for example, like so Lee will come on, Lee Davis, and Lee's always like, yo Gab, so I'm like, yo Lee, and like he could say something to me bantery, but I kind of have sussed his personality a little bit through chatting to him online. I'm not talking about going on Facebook, I'm talking about in this, and I kind of know but I know you guys probably better than other people know each other in the chat, because I see you all each week, but I kind of know that he's got that character about him where he would have a laugh. But if someone is like fresh is coming into the chat, you know, you've got to get to, you know, not necessarily get to know them, but you've got to get a bit more familiar with them, you know, before you can suss out, are they having a bit of a laugh with me, or are they trying to be cruel? You know what I mean? You just got to, but also try not to take things too personally, because remember, if anyone is ever mean to you, people that are mean don't mean diddly squat. Do you know what you mean? Like it's like I've been saying week after week after week. That's why, like, you know, when I always like mention all my troll comments and stuff like that. Like the old Gabby, I used to get so upset because I wear my heart on my sleeve and I'm the most sensitive person in the world, and hence why I've struggled with anxiety for years and years and years on end, because I overthink things. I've always been notorious, like people at my work used to say, Gab, you overthink, you know, and I always sort of read into things. And you know, it's people like myself that can look at something and overthink it, you know, but we've just got to be, as the other person, just mindful of it. Kerry Wolford says, hello everyone. So Kerry, thank you for joining us this morning. It's nice to see like new people in the chat as well. It's amazing. The Rambling Rose is here as well. The Rambling Rose says the internet is a scary place. It actually is. I mean, that's a thing, right? You think about it as well. Like we've got like a bigger we've got a bigger audience. Like if it's like, say like New Year's Eve, this is a pure example of my gig from New Year's Eve. I couldn't see actually on Switcher how many people watch me live. I was literally working blind, because it doesn't work like YouTube. I thought it might, because I used to do lockdown gigs, and when I did lockdown gigs, this is before the copyright strike got stronger. I used to see how many people were on the screen and you could chat at the same time, but I couldn't, because I was working. I went through Switcher Studio, but I went through Switcher Studio through Facebook. So I think the chat was coming up through Facebook. I can't even remember now how we done it, but I went directly through Switcher Studio because I couldn't go through Facebook because of the copyright situation, right? So I went through Switcher and I kind of was expecting a bit of a chat and expecting to see numbers on the screen, and I couldn't see anything. So I was like meeting like, well, is it working? Is it actually, are we live? Are we? And Tim had already bought a ticket on his like screen, and we managed to see it, and we were like, well, it's coming up on Tim's, so we're hoping everybody else has seen it too. But I think in the end, like, I sold about 267 tickets, which was fabulous, absolutely fabulous support. Thank you so much. But yeah, usually, and this is the God's honest truth, although I probably get paid more, well, I would get paid more for doing a live performance out rather than in my house, the chances of having 267 people in front of me is quite slim. So when you're on the internet, you see numbers and you forget that these are people, because we're dealing with computers and devices. So you forget, and it's so easy to forget. We forget all the time. When I'm doing a live on Tim's channel and we see like people in the thousands, I forget that they're people. Honest to God, I forget sometimes. And then you're forgetting that one person is just one device. So you don't know how many people are sat behind that one device. So you could probably double it, triple it, I don't know. So the internet does open you up to a wider audience, rather than if you was in a pub faced with 50 people. You know what I mean? So I think that's why there seems to be a little bit more upset, because there's more people at the end of the day. Rosie says I'm pixelated. I don't know why I'm pixelated. I think I might be steamed up. I don't know. Hang on, because I've got the window open. Let me just check that. Hang on. How's that now? Is it worse? Why am I pixelated? Tim? How's it now? It's still bad. What if I turn it? Hang on. If I move it? Is that a little bit better? If I could get everybody off the internet in my house, it would be so much better. I am sorry I'm pixelated. I don't know why I'm pixelated. It probably is the weather. Yeah. Get off the internet, Tim. How is it now? Oh my God. Nothing runs smooth, does it? My God. See, if I turn my data on now and come off, I might have problems. It's not too bad now. It's still a little bit pixelated, but it's watchable, I think. How is it now? How are we doing? I think it might be because of the snow and the wind. Oh. If I turn my mobile data on instead of the house internet, I might end up losing the live. Why is my curtain squiffy? I don't like squiffy curtains. And the curtain looks squiffy in the live. It's not though, in real life. It's straight, but it looks... Anyway. We're just going to have to do the best we can. Can't do much about it, really. Wipe the pixels off. Wipe the pixels off. Oh, my God. Hang on, I'm using my finger. This is not going to make any difference, I don't think. I don't think it's going to make any difference. It's probably made it worse. Doesn't do this on Tim's live, does it? Only mine. No. Let me move the camera back. What about now? Now. That's a little bit better. Don't worry about the blouse, Lavender. Don't worry. Oh, that's much better. That's much better. Nothing ever runs smooth. Now I'm squashed like that because the camera is not closer. Anyway, never mind. Never mind. Worse things have happened at sea. So, we should be thankful. So anyway, that's the rant over about bullying. This is not the best place to do a coffee morning, is it? I could lean though, which is great. I'm squashed now. Okay, everyone's saying it's a bit better. James says don't stress. Okay, I'm not stressing. I'm not stressing. Right, so tomorrow is Fumpy's birthday, and I cannot believe that Fumps is 2 tomorrow. Let's have a thumbs up for Fumps, shall we? Like, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't hit the thumbs up already, it's pixelating again. It's pixelating again. But let's have a thumbs up for Fumps up. Let's have a thumbs up for Fumpy's birthday tomorrow, because Fumps is going to be 2, and I can't believe it. I can't believe, I was saying to Tim. So this time, well, last night, in fact, 2 years ago, my waters broke, because I remember it happening so clearly, because he was overdue, because he was due on the 3rd, and he was overdue by a bit, and I was laying in bed, and my waters broke, and I just remember it feeling the scariest sensation ever, you know, almost like, oh my God, like this is going to happen now, this is real, because the waters have 100% broke. Because there have been moments where you've thought, are my waters breaking? No, I don't think my waters are breaking. And then when they break, you really do know about it, because it is the biggest gush of warm water ever. And I'm not talking about, it doesn't feel like you've wet yourself. No, it feels like all of a sudden a waterfall has come behind you, but it's the warmest waterfall in the world, and just swooshed you like on a slide, and that's how it feels. So yeah, it doesn't feel like you've wet yourself, and it is so warm, this water, and it just goes on and on and on. So everything you've been storing in your belly for 9 months is just escaping, and it's the most scariest feeling ever, because it suddenly gets real. And with Holly, people say, yeah, you know, you give birth before, so why was it so scary? But with the labour with Holly was very quick. My labour with Holly was 4 hours, all in total. And I remember going to the hospital with Holly, and I was 1 centimetre dilated, because I felt like I was in labour, because the pain was quite bad. And they checked me out and said, oh, you're only 1 centimetre dilated. And I was like, oh, you are joking me, aren't you? And I said, like, I feel I'm in loads and loads of pain. There is no way I'm only 1 centimetre. And they were like, yeah, you are. And I said, well, can't you give me an epidural? They went, no, you can't have an epidural till you're 3 centimetres dilated. Sorry, this is all very boring for men, I know, but it's a real fact, so it's important that you take note. they were saying that until you're 3 centimetres dilated, you cannot have an epidural. So the best thing you can do, Miss Starbuck, is just go home and come back tomorrow. And I remember thinking, oh, what? So I've got to be in agony like this till tomorrow? You're joking. They were like, you'll be all right with a paracetamol. And I thought, I'm a little bit far gone for a paracetamol, but thanks. And so I went home and I literally tried to get comfortable on the bed. And I think I was watching Only Fools and Horses to try and take my mind off it. And all of a sudden, like, I just got back from the hospital. I got like a contraction that was just consistent and just did not go at all. And I was like, I cannot see this out till the morning. No way. I don't care what they said about coming back in the morning. This is severe to the point where I was being sick. So when you're in pain to the point where it's making you vomit, you know, it's quite severe pain, right? So I was in so much pain, and then I made it to the hospital being sick in like a bag and everything on the way up to the ward. And then they went, yeah, I can see you're in really bad pain now. They went, let's check you out. And I managed to get onto the bed, and they said, oh my God, they went, you're 10 centimetres dilated. You're ready to push. And I was like, well, it's a good job I didn't stay at home and come back in the morning. I'd literally been home, not even an hour. So it had taken me an hour to get back and come back again. And I was ready to push. So all in all, from when I first started going into labour, Holly was out within 4 hours. So it was really quick. And I said to them, when they said you're 10 centimetres, you're ready to push, I said, can I have my epidural now? And they said, no. And I was like, oh my God. So I didn't break because it was on my first push when I was 10 centimetres, which was really bizarre. I think it was quite unusual. And I went, oh my God, what was that pop? And they went, it's all right, it's just your water's breaking. And I thought, well, God, that was really late. Because usually when your waters break, it's a sign you're in labour. But with Holly, my waters didn't break till my first push when I tried to push her out. So that was really peculiar. So when my waters broke with thumps, I've never had that happen to me before. So it was really, really weird. And I suddenly like panicked instantly with thumps. So I was like, oh my God, like, if the waters have broke, then he's coming fast, you know, because Holly was on the first push. So me and Tim went up to the hospital, and they said to me, well, you're not dilated or anything. And they were even like trying to sort of start me off a little bit. And then they ended up saying, like, to be honest with you, we don't think anything's going to happen. You can go so long with your waters breaking before you actually go into labour. So again, they sent me home, and they said, but we won't leave it any longer than, I think it was 24 hours. And they said, so come back in tomorrow at 6 o'clock and we'll see if we can get you started. And I was like, yeah, but I'm really concerned because with Holly, she came really fast. They sent me home and she came really fast. And I would have had her on the bed if I'd have listened to the hospital's advice. And they said, well, this will be fine. Don't worry. Like, we've got this under control. And I was like, okay. So I went, batteries running low in all areas here. So I went back home. And then I'd got my bags packed for the next day. So we went in at 6 o'clock because there was no signs of anything happening, no pain or anything like that. And they started me off. They put like a pessary inside me. A pessary is like, I don't know, like a little tablet as such they put inside the lady's uterus. And then that kind of gets things rolling a little bit, just for all those that are unsure what it is. And no word of a lie, they put it in me, sent him home. And I started getting very similar pains to what I had with Holly, which were obviously contractions, but they were coming thick and fast. And I was like, I went to the reception and I went, these pains are coming thick and fast. I think my labour is coming on really quick. And they were like, you'll be all right, just go back to your bed. And I was like, no, but you don't understand. I said, this happened with my last baby and it came really fast. And they were like, yeah, well, you know, we'll keep an eye on it, but just go back to your bed and try to relax. I was thinking, I don't think people understand it. And I rang up Tim and I said, I'm in really bad pain here. And then next thing you know, I don't know, I rang my alarm, got someone over. They said, we'll check you out. And they were like, yeah, I think you're ready to go to the delivery suite. And they rang Tim, and I heard them on the phone to Tim. And they weren't saying this to me, but they said this to Tim. They went, I think you better get here quick. And it was like, Oh my God. So I could hear that, but they never said that to me. Went down to the delivery suite and I asked if I could have the epidural. And again, they said to me, you haven't really got time. They were like, by the time we give you an epidural, they said the baby will be here. And I was like, this is what happened with my last baby. So when I had Holly, I had no pain relief and just had to do it straight with no pain relief and just give birth naturally in the like worst position ever. So I just had to just grit my teeth and just do it like a strong woman could. And then the same thing happened with Fubs. I was like, this is what I didn't want to happen. I wanted to make sure I got my epidural because I wanted to have like an enjoyable labour as such. And they were like, no, you're too late. And I thought, oh, I've just got to grin and bear it again. And I was like, no. And there were just moments where I was saying to Tim, oh my God, I'm in distress. Because like, you can't imagine what the pain is like. But it's, for people that have had epidurals, obviously you're numb from the waist down, but when you're not numb and you are told that you just need to go for it and you can't have pain relief, it is like being, it breaks you. It really does feel as close to death as you could possibly get. It breaks you. But I done it, and I remember her saying to me, look, you're only 9 centimetres, don't push. And I was like, this baby is coming, mate. And there's nothing I can do. I'm not pushing. He's just flowing. He's just coming. So because I could just feel him coming out. And like Thumbs was just going for it. And that was it. And then he was born. And I just cannot believe that that was 2 years last night. I just can't believe that. Because that has just flown, those 2 years. And when Thumps was 1, we were in Euro Disney last year for his birthday. And I just cried and cried all day. And Tim was like, why are you crying? This is an enjoyable occasion. And I was like, because I can't believe it's been a year. Like that. And I just feel totally emotional about it. I can't believe it's been a year. Lavender said, Tim had the hard part. He had to go home and watch Match of the Day. Oh, he doesn't watch football. Apparently, he just got to sleep and the phone rang. Rosie Lee says, I couldn't have any pain relief with my son as I was too far gone and he got stuck and it was uncomfortable to say the least. Oh, well, Rosie, if you got stuck, yeah, that is more than uncomfortable. It is, I swear it is a dying pain. But I tell you what, big up to the women that have done it without pain relief, because I tell you what, if you have given birth without any form of pain relief, you are hardcore, man. Tim always said I was quite hardcore, but I didn't have a choice. Don't get me wrong. If I got pregnant again and had to do it again, I would say to them, my labours come on really quick. Thumps was 3 hours. So I thought Holly's labour was quick. Holly was 4 hours. Thumps was 3. So it was even quicker. And I remember the midwife saying to me, it can be really intense when it's like that. Like some people's labours drag out, but if they drag out, then there's a good chance that they can have epidurals and they can get their pain relief. But the problem is when you're in your situation and it comes quick and fast, your contractions, there's no gaps in between them. So it's just consistent. It's just brutal. And in a way it's good because it's over with quickly. But when you think that you're in that situation for 3 hours, it's still not really quick, really, because you can't have anything. A paracetamol. Really, you know, that, no, paracetamol, it's not good. Like my battery's died on my laptop, so I'm literally working off the screen alone. I just want to say thank you to James Robinson for your super chat. That is so nice. Buy Thumps a present from the subscribers, members, mods and me. Happy birthday, little champ. Have a great day, Thumps. Chuckles, lol. Oh, thank you so much, James. That's so lovely. We will get him something nice. So obviously for last year, for his first, we wanted to mark it, so we went to Euro Disney. You can watch the vlog back as well because it's actually up on my channel because we did vlog it, so that is actually up there. I really wanted to mark that, but it's hard because a 1-year-old doesn't really know what's going on, really, do they? But we did mark it, and the same with like him being 2. Like we were gonna put on a party for him, and then we were like, you know what, if we put on a party for him, is he gonna know much different to if he was running around in a play area, which is what we're going to do. We're going to take him to a play area and then have like a few close family members come around and have like candles, and then we're going to put all his favourite songs on from like Gabby's Doll's House and stuff like that. And I thought, if we do a party, I don't think he will really know the difference at this point. So we're going to save the party for next year, and because he'll be a lot more aware, and we're going to make it big. Not big, like, I don't mean like, oh yeah, invite the world and his wife, but we're going to, you know, because he hasn't got really many friends that we could invite, because like, I'm an old mum and we don't really, like, I think there's only my sister-in-law who's got a little one, so that's one, and then probably Nikki Piper. I don't really know anybody else with babies, if I'm being completely honest with you. So Vance hasn't, you know, he hasn't gone to nursery or school yet, so he doesn't really know anyone we could invite. So I'm hoping that when he gets to 3, we might know a few more people, and then we can have family members too, and then we can have like a little party maybe in the village hall, have like a nice balloon arch, and then like hire a little jungle gym and stuff for him. So we're planning on doing that for next year and making it a bit more special. But for this party, for this birthday, we're going to go and get him a dairy-free cake. I was gonna go and get one specially made, but Bumps don't like the consistency of cake. He does not like it. Like, I have tried him with cake and he just goes like that. So I thought, I'm not gonna invest like I did last year. I went and spent like 60 odd quid on a handmade cake, and the only person that enjoyed it was vegan, was me. So I'm not going to go and spend 60, because Tim he's not fussed by cakes. I mean, he had a caterpillar cake for his birthday. It was like from Tesco. So the only person that would enjoy this cake is me. So I thought, I'm not going to go and spend £60 on a cake for myself, because that's crazy. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Asda and get a vegan cake for him. You know, he'll just enjoy the candles anyway, and we're going to take him to a play area, and then when we come back, we're going to have my mum round, and, you know, Holly will be home, and we're going to do candles and stuff for him and make it special. And then I'm just going to do his like favourite dinner. So, you know, and I'm going to blow loads of balloons up for the house. But at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. They're not fully aware, so it's kind of a little bit pointless. And we haven't gone crazy on presents either, because we have got him presents, but we haven't gone crazy, if that makes sense. Oh, Jeffrey, thank you so much for your super chat for Casper. Thank you so much. But that's why we haven't gone crazy, because Christmas he got loads, and we were like, well, we even went into Home Bargains, and we were like, well, what can we get him? And we were like, well, there's nothing here that we didn't buy for Christmas that he'd probably like. So we're like, there's not anything left. So we literally, I've got him some Gabby's Doll's House plush dolls. So I've got him those, because he got some for Christmas and I held some back for his birthday. And we got him some other toys from like Home Bargains and that for him to open. And I think, you know, with what other family members have given him, he's going to be happy enough with those, because he's just at this age where he still won't really know much different, to be honest. But he's going to have a lovely day, and we're excited about it. And I am going to blow up some loads and loads of balloons, and he's going to have so much fun with the balloons. Trust me, he loves balloons. Hazel says, take plenty of photos and do a photo book. Be nice to look back on. Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm going to vlog it anyway. Which brings me to the next bit. I'm going to do my New Year's resolution, right? My New Year's resolution is all about timekeeping, right? I know. Like, ever since I've had Casper, my timekeeping has completely gone out the window. It really does knock your life out. Oh, thank you, Reverend Mother Lady. Thank you so much for Casper. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, but when you have a baby, you have no routine. Everything is out the window, and I need routine in my life. I really do. And obviously, before Casper was born, I was working at the holiday park, so I'd always be at work on time and everything, and I'd got this system. But just since having Casper, everything just has gone out the window. And I thought that being at home with Casper, I thought life is just going to be so much easier because I'm at home, so I'll have time to myself to sort these things out. Totally the opposite. I think I had more time when I was at work. So when I was at work, I actually had moments where I could actually check my diary. But being at home with Casper, there's just no time, because it's like, sort his breakfast out, get him dressed, and then after you've done that, it's sort lunch out, and then you're sorting his lunch out. And then if you need to go and do something, like nip to Tesco's or whatever, you go and do that, and then you're like, I need to do his dinner, and then next thing you know, you're peeling veg. Do you know what I mean? And meals alone is time consuming, and then getting them down for a nap, and your priority is your baby. Thank you so much, Sophie. Sophie's just sent me a super sticker of a birthday cake. Thank you. That's really kind. I appreciate that, Sophie. I think I will join you, Gabby, with the timekeeping. My mum jokes the only time I've ever been early was to my birth. Oh, it's so funny, but it's so hard. But I do have to get a better routine going. I hope I'm not alone when it comes to mums and timekeeping, because you see all these other mums and they seem to do everything so perfectly, don't they? But I'm not beating myself up about it, because at the end of the day, I wanted Casper so badly, despite what, you know, any trolls say or whoever else is out there. With Holly came easy. You know, I tried for Holly for 3 months and I got her, and it seemed so simple. And you know, I went through some really hard times, like when Holly was a baby. I'm not gonna lie, they were challenging years. Not because of Holly, just things that just happened in life. You know, these things we can all talk about on a Q&A, because after I've done like quiz nights in January and February, I'm going to sit down and do a Q&A night with you, so you can interrogate me if you like. But yeah, I had some really hard times with her, and the enjoyment of being a mother, I felt like I was robbed of it in a way. So obviously when me and Tim were trying Casper, he was the baby we'd been wanting for 8 years. It was actually 8 years almost to the day when he was born, because despite what Tim says, it was New Year's Day when we decided to have Casper. He thinks it was between Christmas and New Year, but it wasn't. But he is right when he told you it was the spot on Cramer Pier where we decided to have a baby. But 8 years it took all in all to actually finally get him. A lot of heartbreak and a lot of arguing, because you blame each other. IVF is a really stressful thing to go through, and a lot of expense as well, to the point where it's so expensive that you sacrifice so much in order to get it. So like, I would never buy myself any clothes or makeup and stuff, and I'd scrimp and everything, and we did everything we could to like pull our money together for the IVF, and it was just so expensive, but so worth it. But he's the baby we always wanted, and I think that's why I was so upset on his first birthday, because that first year of having him was probably, I mean, cool to say because of Holly, but it was the best year of my life having Bumps. But obviously having Holly was too, but I was a lot younger when I had Holly, and I had hard times alongside it, so I couldn't enjoy it the way I wanted to. But with Bumps, I had support, and when we finally got pregnant, it really was like a lottery win. That's the only way I can describe it. It is like when you see that heartbeat after trying for so long, you have hit the jackpot, because it is the one thing we wanted for such a long time. So it was the best year of my life. In fact, it's been the best 2 years. Being a mother to Casper is the most rewarding thing ever. So I don't feel guilty too much about my timekeeping, because all that matters is him at the end of the day, and everything else can just work alongside. I know I've got commitments with gigs and stuff, but the whole point of not being at the camp anymore, working and everything, is so that I can be mum to Casper, and I've enjoyed every single moment of it, and I try to be the best mum I can, but I'm not in competition with other mums. You see them, they do it perfectly, but I've embraced everything. I've embraced like the sleepless nights, because part of me is like, well, once he starts sleeping through, that stage is over, you know. And people say, oh, you don't dress him like a little boy, you put him in baby grows and things like that. And I just think, do you know what, after everything I've gone through, who are you? I think it was Linda that said it, a woman that watches the channel who's not the nicest person in the world, and moaned about me putting him in baby grows. And I just thought, where do you get off? Like, if you knew anything about our background, you would not make a pathetic comment about Casper being a baby grove. You know what I mean? And that's my choice. You know, it's my baby. It's my struggles to get him, and I've loved keeping him a baby as long as I can. But he's developing well, and he's developing fine, and you know, I'm really happy with everything. It's been absolutely amazing. It really, really has. And I just can't believe that he's going to be 2 tomorrow. It's absolutely crazy. So anyway, timekeeping is my New Year's resolution. I am going to try and get a little bit more organised. I'm going to come out of this bubble a little bit, and I'm going to try and like get my life sorted and make sure that I'm, you know, everything is scheduled and everything is good, and I'm really going to try my best to stay on top of it. And that is my New Year's resolution, to be honest with you. We are potentially looking at moving this year. We have to move this year, to be honest with you. We'd probably love to stay here forever, but at the end of the day, we're outgrowing our home and we do need to look at moving. So that is like on the cards as well for this year. And that's what the New Year's resolution is. Have you guys got any New Year's resolutions? Does the keeping go for Tim as well? To be honest with you, Tim, no word of a lie, Tim is a really hands-on dad. Like, I'm so fortunate with Tim. And it's kind of good that he kind of works from home a little bit, because he's really hands-on. Like last night, Casper was up like 3 times in the night, and I would say 2 out of the 3, he was the one getting up. And he's got a lot of work to do too, because his YouTube channel is really, really full on. I mean, it's unbelievable to think, like, people watch his channel and think, oh, he's just having a holiday. It's hard graft. It is really hard graft what he does, you know, responding to comments, editing as well, going out, filming, the traveling on top. And he's a one-man band, and his channel is growing, which is amazing. But the more it grows, the harder the job. But we're not grumbling, because it's amazing that he's growing. That's what we want. We want it to grow. But he hasn't got an easy job. And at the same time, when he's home, he's a real hands-on dad. And like now I'm doing a coffee morning, he's downstairs with Casper, you know, and it allows me to do the things that I want to do. So he's tired all the time. And believe me, if any of you have got partners, like, men like their sleep, don't they? And Tim is always so tired. He's always saying, I'm so tired, Gabby, why can't we go to bed early? Why can't we? So if Tim's timekeeping is a little bit out, I can see why. A, he's constantly jet lagged. B, he's always up with a baby. I don't even know if Tim knows what day it is either. But yeah, I think that Tim needs to work on his timekeeping a little bit too. But I've made excuses for him, so it's fine. I've been a good wife. Anyway, guys, I'm going to have to love you and leave you here, because we've got so much to do as far as Fumps's birthday is concerned. Christopher Goff's been a channel member for 12 months. Says 12 months really flies, as you know. Happy birthday, Casper. Another year of fun ahead on your channel. A proud louder and a walk alonger. Oh, I love it. Gotta love a walk alonger. So thank you so much for that, Chris. Christine Parsons has sent in a super chat and says happy birthday to Casper for tomorrow. Thank you so much, Christine. We really appreciate your support. Thank you. I appreciate everybody's support. You know, you have all been amazing. Do you know, next month it's coming up for a year that we've been doing coffee mornings, and I can't believe that every week for a year I've done nothing but talk. Do you know what? If there's one thing I can do, that's talk. You know, I absolutely love it. My next vlog, that's going to go up. I'm vlogging preparations for Casper's birthday and my New Year's resolution. So hopefully, like, keep your eyes peeled for that. Hopefully you'll like it. My latest vlog that went up, it was literally highlights of the New Year's Eve gig. I know that majority of you were probably there watching anyway. But if anyone wants to see the highlights, then they can do. I'll put it up. But the reason I haven't put the full gig up, 2 reasons really. One, I didn't think it was fair on the people that bought tickets. And 2, I couldn't do it for YouTube anyway because of copyright. So there was 2 reasons for it. That's why. So all I could do was snip it really and just show you highlights. But it gives you a little bit of an idea, because we're going to do it again next year. I think it was successful, and I think it's a great way for you guys to be able to watch the gigs, because obviously a lot of you can't get to a gig in my area in East Anglia. So it's a really good way to give you to offer entertainment New Year's Eve, but also give the Louders a chance to actually watch as well. So anyway, catch up on that if you haven't done so as well. Have a wonderful day. Be nice to people. Think hard about your New Year's resolutions and make them positive. And I will catch you for quiz night Saturday if I don't get a gig, okay? So we're going for Saturday, everyone, all right? And I will be on time starting from today. Take care, everyone. Sending you lots of love. Bye-bye. Have a great day.